need not apply. They can live in this kind of company. It's to the final. Ron, are Arsenal good enough to think about coming here?
Sure that on this particular occasion they don't lose it before they start trying to win it. I think they've got to be very, very tight. They've got to get a grip of Totti. I mean, the talk is all about Francesco Totti playing in the hole behind, but it looks very much as if he's going to play right up the top with maybe Del Vecchio switching to the left-hand side.
Cassano brought down. 20 years of age, Antonio Cassano. You may not be as familiar with him as you are with Batistuta and Montella, who are on the bench, but Roma paid a world record £17 million for a teenager. Totti starting to work his magic, and somehow Seagull improvised, and the ball is safely in the hands of Rami Shaban, but
Shaban's had a right let-off here. I mean, that's totally inexperienced. He's gone down to feet and he's knocked the ball back into the danger zone. Unfortunately, Seagull's challenge is a lot stronger than Cassano's.
Early glimpse of what Totti can do, and maybe an early glimpse of what Shaban can't. Here's Cassano. Totti again. On for Cassano. He's turned Campbell. Oh, it's in a post and just crept in. Just crept in. Arsenal behind inside 4 minutes. Eventually, Antonio Cassano.
I said in the pre-match build-up, Clive, the two centre-halves are vitally important for me. They've been caught square again. The little 1-2s unlocked them. I actually thought when Cassano turned back, he'd give them a chance to get back at him. And, his goal, all right, trickles in there. It hits the post. You think for a minute it's going to go wide the other side. But that's all started from the give and go when the two Arsenal defenders got split.
Well, it was something of a gamble playing Cassano. He is just 20 years of age, and he has had his problems. He's walked out on Roma twice in the last year, walked out on the Italian under-21 team. He is a young man with attitude, but he is a young man with great ability. And Arsenal, with this relatively untried goalkeeper and one or two creaks and aches amongst their defenders, are behind in no time. Vieira, Pires, Gilbert, and what a reply! Thierry Henry makes it 1-1, and Arsenal behind for little more than a minute. The coolest finish imaginable from Thierry Henry.
Where Henry's done particularly well as well, with them playing with three defenders at the back, Henry has this great thing where he times you see him do that, coming in off the left-hand side. From there, you bet him money he's going to tuck it past the keeper's left hand, and he does so. Great reply from the Arsenal.
Samuel only as far as Ljungberg. Del Vecchio intervening, but Arsenal have it back again with Thierry Henry. Slipped in Wiltord just offside. Advantage played with Roma in possession. Lima given away rather tamely to Ljungberg, and this massive crowd now starting to feel a little uneasy about the performance their team are producing, and Gilberto has linked with Ljungberg, and Gilberto's gone on, and it might come out for Pires off Antonioli. So Roma survive.
Well, Gilberto was the creator and of that particular move. I just wonder if he'd have gone a little bit more at the near post with a little bit more belief, if you like, whether he could have got there before the goalkeeper.
Samuel. Panucci. Pires going back with him, but not halting Christian Panucci's run. He swept away from Cole and hits a shot which is deflected wide for a corner, and Shaban was wrong-footed by the deflection. Panucci trying to force the issue.
Yeah, good driving run from Panucci. Drove infield, ignored the ball out to Cafu on the right. And I'm not sure Cafu could have done too much about that.
Condola. Totti. Back to Condola. Cassano looking to set up Totti, who goes to ground under pressure from Ljungberg's challenge. Nothing doing. Plenty going on inevitably elsewhere in the penalty area, but the big shot was this one, and Totti just dived. Panucci. It's a good run by Cafu. He's got on the dangerous side of Cole again. Useful cross to Campbell, couldn't get it out. Totti off the line by Seagull, miraculously.
Well, it's magnificent. Good balling from Cafu. Campbell's got under the ball. I thought for all the world in, that's hit the back of the net and out. And how he's got back in there. Seagull, he didn't have the best of matches Saturday, but that is a wonderful recovery. That's as good a piece of defensive players you will see.
Roma have the wind in their sails at last. Lima. Totti. Cassano taking it on. Campbell did well that time. Out comes Shaban. Again, a big penalty shot, but I don't think there's any doubt that Sol Campbell got a foot on the ball. Cassano's turn to go to ground. It was more of a shot, but I think he got the ball wrong.
Yeah, and I tell you what, once again, this fella, you know, whether it's coincidence, he's once more within 5 yards of the incident.
Gilberto, Ljungberg. Brought down by Walter Samuel. He would have felt that. It was a strong arm and hopelessly mistimed challenge by the Argentine, and the referee's card is out.
Deservedly so.
Capello, who lives every second of these matches, has the most impeccable European Cup credentials. He played in a final for Juventus. He coached Milan to 3 successive finals. Campbell is forward here. It's in towards Vieira, but the header, I think, was by Gilberto.
It's a miss. That's a big miss, Clive, that. He's got in there, you're right. I think Vieira could have picked it. Full marks to the lad for getting in there, but once he's headed, I think that's one he should have been looking for, the bottom of the net.
Foul by Lima. Nothing too special at the heart of this Roma midfield. Lima and Emerson have been workmanlike.
Been ordinary, haven't they? Yeah, from a sort of viewpoint.
Slid by Campbell, and here's Totti. And Guigu, the substitute, is here, and Shaban didn't reach it. Now, what's the referee giving? Corner. Guigu was looking for rather more. I think he was there ahead of Shaban. And there was contact, no doubt about that.
It's a penalty, should have been a penalty. And I felt, bearing in mind that he'd had to turn down 2 heated appeals in the first half, I thought the next one he'd give. And actually, that for me is a penalty.
Big let-off for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Here is Luzhny.
He is an absolute one-man attack, isn't he?
He rode his luck a little bit there. The ball fell kindly for him, but he quickly gobbled up his 24th Champions League goal. 2 at Eindhoven, 1 at Dortmund, 2 in Rome. Thierry Henry is propelling Arsenal through the phases of the Champions League.
I mean, when this ball's played into him, you think that's not the sort of ball that Thierry Henry thrives on, but the defender's slow to react, but certainly this lad reacts like lightning there.
I'm not sure he's ever headed a go for Arsenal. For one terrible moment, I thought he was going to break that duck, but it fell kindly off Panucci, and he smashed it beyond Antonioli. And his goal-scoring record in Europe for Arsenal is better than one every other game. Francisco Lima, the Brazilian midfield player, is being sacrificed so that Gabriel Batistuta, who has been on the fringe of the Roma team this season, but 3 of his 4 goals for them have come from the substitutes bench, can emerge to try to torment Arsenal again, as he did at Wembley 3 years ago with a dramatic goal for Fiorentina in this competition. 33 years of age now, Gabriel Batistuta.
Just wonder whether that'll affect Totti's position at all, whether he'll go into his natural position. Doesn't look as if he is.
Here is Batistuta, clever back heel to Cafu, good save by Shaban. It's the first he's made tonight. Batistuta having an immediate impact, and not maybe quite of the kind you would have imagined. The chance to break here with Henry and Wiltor in tandem. It's Thierry Henry again. looking to play Will toward in, who was impeded by Emerson as he raced to the edge of the penalty area. Free kick has been given. Card is coming out for the Brazilian.
But that's a great layoff, a great first start. It actually looks as if there's a little defensive block on that.
Emerson carded.
And what Price, I mean, it's a pretty safe bet that Henry's going to hit this one. It's his area, it's his side of the field. What Price a hat-trick. Now priceless that could be for Arsenal. Campbell looks as if he's just got enough on that to take the sting out of it.
Henry and Pires are the two candidates. It is Thierry Henry. It's a hat-trick! A brilliant Champions League hat-trick for Thierry Henry! A wonderful free kick to round it off and surely give Arsenal the perfect start to the second phase of this season's competition.
You begin to wonder if there's anything this fella can't do. I mean, that is a phenomenal free kick. He's got pace, curl. Oh, he's flipped it right into the top area. Keeping no chance. Oh, that is beautiful.
Fabio Capello's compliment that Arsenal are the strongest team in Europe before the match is starting now to carry some credence. And they played with confidence and cohesion in Roma's own backyard and gained a sensational result here with a sensational contribution from Thierry Henry. He scored all three Arsenal goals to bring Arsene Wenger the perfect start at the expense of the legendary Fabio Capello. Arsenal have won by 3-1 in Rome.
3-1 winners in Rome tonight. Dave Beckett spoke to the hat-trick hero and first the manager.
We had a little bit of a difficult start and quickly when you were 1-0 down and over. After that we needed to be mature by controlling the game and keeping the ball well and getting in behind them to score. And it was not always easy because they were very cautious and they didn't want to get caught on the breaks, and that's why I believe we needed to be very patient. And of course Thierry scored 3 great goals that got us the victory tonight.
We really wanted to start the Champions League, the second round of the Champions League well, and that's what we did tonight. No matter who scored tonight, it was, I think we played well and we showed that that we deserve to be at least in the second round. And then, you know, we have to keep our feet on the ground because it's only a victory, you know, and it doesn't mean anything. You know, we have to keep on going, but it's better to start that way.
Do you think he's playing the best football of his career?
Well, certainly, but there's more to come because he's only 25 years old and quite young in the position he plays in. But overall, I would say it was a great team performance. We were very solid everywhere at the back, in the middle of the park. We kept the ball well, and when needed, we got the acceleration to win.
Great Arsenal performance. Don't take them to the St Mary's Friends Providence Stadium, but just drop them off at the Olympic Stadium, Rome, and the class shines, doesn't it?
There was no right to consider this was going to be an easy game, Gabby, but they've absolutely pulverised Roma tonight. They had a real snap in their play and they had such a sharp cutting edge, and defensively they were sound. Top-class performance.
An early scare, though, like Manchester United last night, that kind of woke them up, didn't it?
Very much so. The goal inside 4 minutes would have been a real blow to them. They always, when you go away to the big rounds, you've got to keep it tight early on. That's exactly what didn't happen. Nice 1-2 between Cassano and Totti, and it's a cute finish. Kid Shabani, I think the goalkeeper thinks he's going to put it to his left, and he pulls it across his body, and it's a scuffy, bobbly one that for a minute you think is going to come out, but the spin on the ball just takes it back in. And as we say, after 4 minutes, you know, you're 1-0 down and chasing it a wee bit. So
thank goodness for Thierry Henry. If you've got him in your side and he's playing as he is at the moment, you don't really sweat too much, do you?
I've run out of superlatives for this guy. He is just phenomenal. He really is. He's the best in the world by a mile for me at the moment. I don't think there's anybody. A great finish. The goalkeeper has no chance. Second one's a very different type of goal. We don't always see him hustling and bustling for crosses, but he does there, gets onto the loose ball and punishes it with his left foot. I don't think Fabio Capello's going to be particularly happy with Cafu here. All his caps, doesn't matter how many he's got in his World Cup winners' medals, he should be seeing out this danger. He should be getting on top of that before Henry. But performance.
And that puts him right up there with the greats, doesn't it? This is the all-time record, and he's 4th at the moment on that list. Raul way ahead. This is, of course, the Champions League. Thierry Henry getting those goals both at Juventus and Arsenal.
And the way he's going, Gabby, you can see him increasing that tally, certainly in this group phase.
Ruud van Nistelrooy just one goal behind. Those two at the moment, I mean, he scored a great goal last night.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant last night.
How would you compare them?
For me, I just think Henry shades it. I don't think there's anybody to touch him, but Van Nistelrooy looks like he's getting back to the form that he had last year.
Now, Arsenal, it wasn't all about Thierry Henry. Some great defending there at the back, and perhaps the scoreline didn't do Roma the kind of service that it perhaps they played better than that, yeah?
To start with, when I first saw this, I thought it was a definite penalty. On closer inspection, that's Shaban, the goalkeeper there, definitely making contact. Ron Atkinson out in Rome thought that was a pen. Not for me. I think the referee's got it spot on. This one, however, under closer inspection, I think could have been a penalty. Sol Campbell got penalised at the weekend against Southampton. I think he gets away with that tonight. I don't see much contact again there, and he perhaps just sweeps away Cassano's leg. So lost out at the weekend, but maybe got away with that one tonight. Their defending all round, though, was excellent. Very, very concentrated, very good. Segan here, watch, the ball goes past him, but he gets back on the line. That's a sensational block from Totti, that really is. Top-class defending, doesn't give it up. Sol Campbell, we know, is excellent in the recovery. Gets into the position there and just sees it out for a corner. That's good, solid defending. And Martin Keown honours a late substitution. How good that is to see him back making a vital interception there. And that's really good news for Arsene Wenger that he's back and looking sharp already.
And Valencia, that's a great prospect coming to Highbury because they've been so good against English teams. I mean, we saw them against Liverpool. They've done it against Manchester United in the past.
Definitely. They gave Liverpool a footballing lesson out in Spain. And I think that game is set up to have everything. It really is. So many world-class players on view.